Hi, it's Shannon, sending positive vibrations and love. Just sitting outside in my garden, out in nature, wonderful day, breathing in that positive energy, feeling that lovely sunshine coming directly on me. What a wonderful day. And I just wanted to send out some positive energy out there that will help motivate, uplift, inspire, and help you if you need it, because there's a lot of people who don't have that positive motivation, inspiration in their life. You may have clicked on this video because you're one of those people that need a little bit more positive energy, because I feel like that's what we're here for in life. You know, nobody wants negative, miserable, to be unhappy. Everybody wants to feel great, wonderful, uplifted, empowered, invigorated, recharged, refreshed, energized. You know, that's the wonderful thing about life. So I always feel like it's my duty, and actually everyone's duty, to try and influence and do positive things to make this world better. Better for you, better for me, better for everyone. Because whatever you do, even as one person, as an individual, you can have a huge difference and contribute to the well-being of everybody, right? Simple things, you know, just as simple as smiling, greeting people positively, you know, listening to people attentively. It's just very simple things that everyone should do to make this world better. I try to only create content when I feel like good vibes, good energy, high vibrational frequency. I feel like, you know, it actually is going to help others. And a lot of my videos right now are about moving forward in life, getting past obstacles and challenges, because, you know, just like the weather, you know, it's not sunshine all the time in life, right? There's those rainy, cloudy days. That's like life, you know. Everybody goes through difficult times and challenges, and sometimes you feel like, oh, I can't get through this. But the fact is, just like the night, a morning comes thereafter. So the light comes after the darkness, you know. And if you look up at the night sky, you see the stars. There's always light somewhere. There's always hope. There's always something to be hopeful for. And there's always dreams, goals, and things that we can set our sails for. You know, that's my philosophy in life, is that we all have the same opportunities. We have the same weather, the same wind, the same sunshine, the same nutrients from the earth. You know, we all have these equal opportunities to everything. And it's just a matter of how you use your time, how you use these opportunities, right? Because, you know, let's face it, you don't even need to be formally educated nowadays to learn everything you need to know, because everything is a point click away. You can learn everything, you know. And this is such a momentous time for human civilization, because you have access to all of the history, you have access to everything through the internet. So use it to your best ability to fulfill your goals, to fulfill your dreams, to get to where you want to be in life. And as you know, right now I'm just trying to get my 3 million views in shorts and my 3,000 watch time hours, because this is what I want to do. This is how I want to improve the world. This is a legacy I want to build. You know, every time I create a video, who knows how long this will last, but there may be future generations looking at this, right? I mean, it's like Picasso, right? Nobody actually thought he was a great artist while he was alive, right? You know, he cut off his ears. You know, people never appreciate people while they're living. right? It's actually after you pass away, or they start to see, oh, that idea, it sparks somebody else. You know, I want to be a spark in this world to ignite somebody into, you know, creating something wonderful, or even the spark that makes you feel like, hey, I can get through this day. It's gonna get better. Because honestly, I've been there many times where I thought, oh, there's no way. You know, there's no way I'm gonna be able to make it through this day. You know, I can't afford to buy groceries. Oh, I can't afford to pay my rent. I have been there. I know, you know, you feel troubled. I know what stress is like. I know about deadlines of work. I know about the stress of being a student. I know the stress of being a parent. I know the stress of running, exercising, and having that discipline. You know, we all face these challenges, whatever it is, the stress of maybe not having a relationship with whomever. If you want a relationship and you're not attracting the partner that you desire, you know, I understand this, but these are really just moments in your life, you know. You know, everybody starts off like, you know, you're never perfect, you're never great at something from the beginning, right? It's like, if you're a musician, you have to practice, you get better, you get better, you get better, and eventually you can perform at a high level. But this is the same with everything you endeavor to do in life. Anything you endeavor, if you put in your effort, if you put in the discipline, eventually you will get there. Any problems or challenges you have in life, you will overcome them with effort, taking the steps every day to get to the other side of the problem, right? If it's rent, you know, if it's money, you know, apply for more jobs, you know, train, find seminars, training to improve yourself at the job you are. Especially if you're in sales, you need to become that ultimate salesman. You need to believe it, you know. You can't just, you know, if you're a door-to-door salesperson, because there's many door-to-door sales nowadays, you have to be able to keep knocking at those doors and not give up, and believe that yes, this person is going to purchase your internet plan, or this person is going to purchase your home security plan, or whatever you're trying to sell. You know, this person will buy it. This person's going to change into your internet, TV, cable, whatever it is. Because when you have faith and belief that yes, eventually, you know, maybe they said no, but the next one's going to say yes, the next one, the next one, the next one. Because you always have to think about the next one. Because all we have is right now, this moment, the present. We do not have the future. You know, if you keep delaying your actions of heading towards your goal, whatever it is, fitness, monetary, starting a family, you know, I'm always a little bit amused about people who believe that they should need to have a dog or a cat first before they have a child to see how it goes, because you really can't equate the two. They're not the same at all. I mean, I believe you develop responsibility based on your situations, and you develop your character and cultivate the attributes you need in life based on living it, experiencing it, doing it, right? Nobody actually starts off knowing everything, right? It's just you learn by doing, by acting, by reading, by educating yourself, right? You know, it's a top priority to be a proactive learner. That is something I definitely would say to anyone. You know, never stop learning, never stop reading. You know, if it's online, if it's books, whatever your source is, always keep looking for more sources of knowledge, you know, and don't underestimate all the people around you. There's mentors. You know, a lot of the elderly people within my community, they have knowledge about, you know, government jobs, the war, so much things that they'd love to pass on to someone. And this learning and knowledge can be exchanged if you're open to opening yourself up to new relationships with new people, just by talking to strangers, greeting them. That person might open up to you and give you so much wisdom and knowledge on the world. We can't isolate ourselves in our own bubble. I know what it's like to be rushing to work and have my headphones on and not listening to anyone, and the only thing I was thinking about is me, where I need to get, what I need to do, how my day was gonna go, but I didn't see people around me on the subway. It's so easy to isolate yourself and live on an island when actually there's so many people surrounding you that really would benefit from your wisdom, your knowledge, your experience, that would love to talk to someone but are just scared of actually engaging in a conversation with you. That's why it's up to you to start to actually engage with people, to interact, to communicate. This is what makes us human, is that we have this desire, this propensity to actually interact with others, communicate, develop relationships. This is what makes us different from, it actually doesn't make us different from animals, because animals actually do the same, mimic the same behavior. We are a species that needs to socialize with others. And that's why it's quintessential, it's imperative that every day you make those efforts to communicate, and I don't mean through social media, because although this is like a great platform, I always believe that the best way to see someone's character is the way that they live, to actually see in action. Like you see me here, but you don't know how I live, if I'm kind to people, if I'm nice, if I actually do as I say, because a lot of people say things, but they don't actually do them, and that's why I feel like my channel is a little bit different, because I am living the life that I say I am, and I am greeting people, smiling. This has always been my way, and I reflect on things and I feel grateful and appreciative for everything, and I meditate, and I like to feel this connection with not just nature but with people, to have a sense of community. Maybe it's like a small town mentality, saying good morning, hi, how is your day going, just little things that really make this world a different place. There's other things I could talk about. If you want to talk about recycling, then these are things that I do practice. There's a lot of things that I do. I purchase used or vintage clothing, because I realize that a lot of the pollution, a lot of the child labor has to do with producing more clothing goods, right? And there's so much clothing that cannot even be recycled, that goes into landfills. So really, the best way to go is to go to that Value Village, go to those Goodwill, support those Salvation Armies, because really, you don't need to have these brand name things, brand new, because there's so much already goods out there that you could just reuse, and I feel like these lessons are important, because some people never learn them. Some people grow up and just buy new things constantly, right? And then they throw them out, when there's so many people that can't afford to buy new things, that go to these thrift stores and would love to have your old clothing. There's even people, homeless people, who need those shoes. They need the clothes, right? Summer, winter, because they need warmer clothes all the time, because they live outside in a harsh environment. In Canada we have freezing weather, then we have rain, and it's very easy to get sick. It is, like, with all the changing temperatures. I mean, it's funny, but in one day you could have like 3 different seasonal temperatures. You can go from spring to summer, so it feels like winter, you know, just because of climate change. My concerns, I'm definitely concerned about climate change. I mean, I grew up in Toronto. I've been here all my life, and I'm telling you, the last 10 years, these have been the windiest years I've ever seen, where I actually think that a tornado, a hurricane is coming to Toronto. We never had weather like this, and it's obviously from the long-term effects of pollution, environmental change, from how we manage garbage waste, how we manage our, just waste in general. It's just, and how companies have been allowed, like big companies, to pollute our lakes, pollute our water supplies. There's like so many lakes in Canada that have nothing alive in them, right? And this is because of dumping, illegal dumping. There's so many things that are happening. There's so many indigenous communities that don't have clean water, that have no access to clean water, and they can't even take a proper shower. They can't swallow their water, and they get sick from their water. I mean, this is a travesty, and this is a first world country, right? And there are differences in how indigenous people are treated versus, anyone else in the country. And these are travesties. This is real tragedy. This is a tragedy. These things are actually happening, and things need to change, and I hope somebody who's watching this will help change this world. I mean, we have indigenous people who have been murdered, kidnapped, disappeared, and nobody knows what's happened. It's not investigated. This has been going on for years. Change needs to start from within, right? There's many things right now that are happening within our own government, and our population, our community, the Canadians, the immigrants, we need more support. We have too many homeless people, we have a housing crisis, we have inflation. Toronto itself is one of the costliest cities ever. We pay the most for our cell phone plans in the world. We pay the most for our internet, Wi-Fi in the world. So these are things that need to be changed, that could help everybody. There's so many things I could talk about. For instance, just recycling. The expectations of the city is that we clean out our cans, wash them out with water, clean them out so there's no food residue in any of your recycling goods. However, water costs money, right? So, wouldn't it just make simpler sense if the city itself cleaned out these recyclable goods, because many people can't afford the water bill, and it's just little things like this that could change the world, that needs to be addressed in the parliament. It needs to be addressed by the government, these concerns. And if you have any concerns or anything you want me to talk about, if you want to know something about me, feel free to ask and comment. I hope you like this video. Subscribe to my channel, because I just want some positive stuff out there in the world, letting people know about things that are happening. And as always, good vibes.